happy that we're able to do this because Mina knew that I had to hop off. I was actually recording the video testimonial, but so I'm happy we get to do this live. Thank you again for including me. I want to pull up my notes because I just don't want to like forget to leave anything out. But yeah, so a little bit about my background. I'm Nelly Christine. I'm a CPA turned entrepreneur, started my own business selling residential doors and windows in 2020. And then that same year, I separated from my husband, went through a divorce, and what's a girl to do except for move to Miami? So I did that. I moved from Los Angeles to Miami, and then went through a 2-year relationship. We broke up and went through a very challenging time. That's when I discovered Mina's work. I mean, she was definitely sent from God because I asked God, like, please send me not just any kind of coach, not just any mentor, but I want someone who's really tapped into the spiritual world. And then within that same month is when I found her. So that was in June. So almost a year ago. And I heard her starting to talk about Kainaat, and I just knew that I wanted to be one of the founding members of it. I didn't want to sit there and hear her talk about other women doing these things, and I'm not a part of it. I knew I was just going to have the biggest FOMO in the world. And like she talked about the pathways yesterday, I'm a student of Tony Robbins, so I have a little bit of experience like making kind of bold decisions. And I've come to believe that to make any changes in your life, you have to make bold decisions. I mean, that's where the exponential growth comes from. It's so important. I know it's scary, but it can only go up from here. You'll never lose. You will only win. And if those of you know Mina, she packs it with so much value. I mean, more value than you can think of, than you can even imagine. You can't even imagine how much value you will get. Like you just have to kind of get into it and you'll see for yourself. And I am by no means a cajillionaire. So it was not an insignificant amount for me. You have to kind of think about it a little bit, but I just knew it was something I really wanted to do. I did it. And then within the first few months, I got all the questions that I had on my head. We went through it, and yeah, I mean, I think I really healed myself. I got out of the funk that I was in. And then it was time for, and then, and then what? So I refocused my energy back into my business. And she knew that I was writing a book at the time. So she gave me this beautiful opportunity to speak to her students in the wifed class. So I did, and she's known as the Queen of Speed. So there's the one beautiful thing about about the community is that I feel like I am a huntress, and so you're surrounded by other huntresses who get it. And there's so much to learn from each other. And so Mina, being the queen of speed, that was the one thing that I really wanted to embody and absorb from her. So thanks to her encouragement, I quickly finished the book, got it to the editor, launched my course, published the book, which is now on Amazon. And I'm super excited about it. It's called Sexy Rich Body, which, it just like makes me feel like just so excited about it. And yeah, I mean it's been an incredible journey. And if you actually look at the acknowledgement page in the book, I have thanked my family, two of my friends that I've known for 15 to 20 plus years, and then I have Mina. So she's the only like kind of person that I haven't known her very long. In I think linear time, I haven't known her very long. But I feel like, I don't know, Mina, is it Einstein time or Newtonian time? One of those. In Einstein time, I've known her for a long time, and I felt like I had to thank her because I know that I've come really far with her, but I also am thanking her in advance for how far we're going to go together. So it was really important for me to do that. And yeah, I mean, I love being here and thank you so much.
Thank you, Nelly. That was absolutely beautiful. And we're celebrating you and your book launch and all the other things happening in Einstein time right now. Before you leave, babe, if you would put your link in the chat for the girls because they're trying to find your book right now, that would be amazing. And I'm going to be adding her book in my Amazon store as well, so you guys can easily find it. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that happens today, but she'll put it in the chat for you guys. Thank you, Nelly. Kelly, come on.
Hello. Thank you for letting me speak, first of all, Mina. And honestly, I could never in a million lifetimes repay you for everything you've done. Like, I'm going to try not to cry. But I also found you 2 years ago, right after almost getting a divorce. And I was a student of Neville Goddard. And kind of in taking care of myself became a little too selfish, not caring about my husband at that time, and just like, I'm going to do for me and who cares about him. And so he was really turned off to the whole spiritual thing. And my friend actually showed me Mina's channel to be like, look at this girl's classes. They're ridiculously expensive. And I was like, that looks interesting. And I just became obsessed and watched her videos. And my husband actually loved her videos because the marriage container that she held, the relationship, the relationship with her husband, and he was like, she actually promotes healthy relationships, whereas some of the people in the the other groups I was in were not doing that. And I actually didn't buy any courses for a long time. So I bought the Nervous System Reset and Millionaires, which I actually did the exercise where you look at different expenses and you kind of see like where energetically you enjoy spending your money. And literally the next week, $6,000 was stolen out of my bank account. And I was like, wow, I must have some money issues because I never even told you that story yet. But it was hilarious. I was like laughing, like, okay, I do this exercise around money and $6,000 disappears out of my bank account. And we actually got all that back plus more because the bank was actually kind of in trouble anyway. But shortly after all of that, I saw the huntress farmer YouTube videos and I was like, I'm a huntress, this resonates. But it was a marketing class and I was like, why am I even signing up for a marketing class? Like, I don't even have my spiritual business. I burned my yoga studio down to the ground, not physically, but energetically burned it to the ground. And I'm also a professor, so that's what I feel comfortable doing. That's where I can put my energy and be like, I know I'm a good professor. I can make thousands of dollars being a professor, but when I step into the spiritual space, I just like melt. But within 6 weeks of doing slow sex, fast money, I've grown so much. I started building courses. I built my stand store, which I had no plans to do any of this right now. And by the end of the slow sex, fast money, I was like, I have to be in Kainaat with this group of women. These are the women that I found that finally get me, that were like, we are crown to crown. And I've just felt so lifted up in this container. It's shifted me in ways I can't even honestly explain. So yeah, I'm building my spiritual business again. I'm creating a book on yoga nidra scripts. I'm starting a podcast with my friend who's a Neville Goddard coach. And this has all happened in like the last week and a half. Um, so honestly, I mean, like I said, I could never monetarily repay Mina for everything that she's done. And at the same time, I can't even fathom the amount of things that I've accomplished just in the past few weeks, working with her. It's just mind blowing. Definitely Einstein time for sure. So thank you all for listening and for bringing your energy here. And I love all of you. I love this container, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate you so much for sharing your beautiful journey. And we're just getting started. I love how fast this woman, these are huntresses. I'm like, can you see? Like we defy normal time. None of this even makes sense. So thank you so much. That was so beautiful. And anything you want to share about as far as links, feel free to put it in the chat because I'm sure people are going to want to follow you. Diana.
Hi, Mina.
Hi.
Well, I wanted to share that I got the opportunity to meet Mina in 2020, I guess. Honestly, I've been studying relationships since I am 16. I love it, and honestly, I had a pretty nice, decent relationship with my boyfriend at the time. Uh, but I was ready to get married, and I didn't know how. Like all of the like I said, my relationship was fine. I didn't have like any complaints or anything, but I knew that I was missing something, and that's when I found Mina. And I got married like in a few months after that. I now happily married. I I love also to, I'm a woman that is always facing their fears. And I don't know, I could never in a million years be talking before, like in front of all these beautiful women. Like never, never. I have always been very introvert and very shy, and you know what I mean. So Mina has helped me so much to face the fear of being seen. I started my YouTube channel like almost a year ago. Uh, Again, never like in a million years I will do that. And I don't know. I definitely grown so much. I will definitely encourage you all to join Kainaat. It's definitely been a quantum leap in my life, and also obviously not everything in my life has been like roses. Lately I've been in difficult situations in my life. I just had a miscarriage like a month ago. I had suffered with sick parents, and the beauty in this work is that being working here with Mina has increased my capacity to hold negative situation, and also nice situations. So definitely, I don't know, like I don't know how to express all of the love that I have for this community, for all of the sisters in Kainat, for Mina, for giving us the space. Even some of the sisters in Kainat has have given me tips and tricks and have been so supportive in my miscarriage. Thank you so much. Like we have truly been like. He become like a family in there, so definitely join in there. And I guess that's what I have to say.
Thank you so much, Diana, for coming here and sharing your heart and your story and your love. Appreciate you, and anything you want to share with the girls. You're receiving so much support right now in the chat. If you want to connect with them, that would also be lovely. Charisma's here.
I don't know if I can't come on camera right now, so I'm not sure if that's okay if I share my
Sure.
testimony through audio.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for allowing me. Yeah, there's so many things going on in my world, and oh, I just get emotional thinking about Kainath and joining this mentorship because it's truly been so transformative for, for almost every area of my life. Mina often says, you know, there's life before the thing and after the thing. And I've heard her say this all the time on YouTube, and I finally got to experience that with Kainaat. It's truly not just a mentorship, it's truly a sisterhood, it's truly a community of support. You're held, you're going through something, you just feel the love from all the ladies from the entire world. And yeah, it's just honestly been the best decision I've made this year. It's responsible for so many things right now. I'm actually engaged, and it's transformed my business and my self-concept, my confidence. It has a ripple effect in every area of your life. And when I first found Mina, like probably a lot of you guys are going through this too. Like, oh my gosh, like, these courses, like it's a lot of an investment. And little by little, I bought the basic babe bundle. I bought the next thing, I bought the next thing, I bought the next thing. I use her free content to change my consciousness, change my mindset, and little by little. And now it's like the investment that I'm making now, I'm like, this is easy. So in the beginning, it's like, oh, but then you're on the other end and you're like, wow, like I can't even imagine not making that investment. It's like not being in Kainath is more expensive because of the transformation that I've gone through. It's life changing. So thank you, Mina. Thank you, all the ladies. I'm so grateful. Words can't even express my gratitude. I cannot put it into words. It doesn't do it justice. I love you. I love Mina. I love all the ladies, and that's my testimony. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Charisma, and congratulations. We will be having your engagement party inside Kainat, so I'll see you guys in there. Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm gonna have Kiki come on because I think she's got a minute from Kiki, come.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yay. Okay. I think this is the first time I've ever raised my hand, so I don't know if I lower it, if that's gonna do anything to it.
Does she look like she has grandbabies? Can we just like talk about that for a second? Like I still think there's part of me thinks that she's gonna be like, just kidding, I was just messing with you this entire time.
No, I mean, look how I look. Like I'm in like spit up proof clothing and everything. So
Gorgeous.
it's all really happening. I don't even know what to say. I just wanted to raise my hand because of the fact that like I know that so many of the ladies in this room, the price of this workshop, masterclass, immersion, like what you're in right now for $44. I know a lot of you guys like saved up. This was something that you probably watched Mina forever on YouTube and wanted to be in one of her. Like I was that person. And so I just want to say, like, you're in it. I've seen like a lot of questions of people like, oh my gosh, is the class over? Like, I would just like sit in this energy. Sorry, I live by a lot of jets, so it's probably loud. I would just enjoy being in this energy for like as long as freaking possible. Like, I don't know if you understand the level of what you get by being in this room. The energy of all the women that are in it, the women that, yes, just like you, maybe scrape together $44 to get here, the women that are like me, that are paying thousands of dollars to Mina, that are still in it. So the fact that you are here, own that. Even if you can't go to any other level with Mina, like own this because this is what gets you to the next level with Mina. So you've done that with the YouTube, you've done that with joining this class. For those of you guys who are going on to Queens of Manifestation, like each one of those is that stair step to your next level. And so Mina talks a lot about like just my story. Mina talks a lot about the people that were like triggered by her or that didn't like her. I was one of those people. So we talk about this a lot. We joke that like Mina, I would watch her videos, it would piss me off, and then I would like walk away, and then I'd come back and I'd watch some more of her videos, and then I'd walk away. And it was like I was so triggered by so much of the things that she was saying, but it was still changing my life, even when I would walk away. So just know that literally just being in the energy does change you. And the triggering was my inner work. So once I would walk away, that's what I would sit with, is why am I triggered by it? And the triggering is what changed me. The triggering is what grew me. The triggering is what grew my business. The triggering is what changed my marriage. The triggering is what made it so that I'm sitting here on a random, whatever today is, Tuesday, with my grandson and talking to you ladies. So, like, I know that a lot of times we're just looking for the how. Today was about the how. Today was about tell me how to make money. And that was the part that triggered me the most, because I'm a how person. I'm a very masculine woman. I am a very, like, tell me the things to do and I will do it. And Mina would not tell me the things to do. What she would do is put me back in my power and say, you know what to do, or I'm sorry again about the Jets. She would tell me you have the space to talk. When I would sit in courses, when I did finally start buying things from her, and I would sit in the classes and talk for like 30 seconds and then be like, okay, I'm sorry. So a lot of you guys are talking about shrinking back. That was me. And she would call me out on that and say, like, no, you have the right to, like, take up space, say what you need to say, stop apologizing every time you so. Again, maybe triggering, but it helped me to move forward. So regardless of if you are taking a next step with her, looking for your how to and being pissed that she's not giving it to you right now in the way that you want it, know that that triggering is your next level. Like she said, you probably know what to do already. So I've done so many things with Mina. So, like, yes, Kainaat is the ultimate thing. Like I said, like, you basically live with Mina and the girls. So, like, if you have that capacity, or even if you don't, step into it, own that you do want it, instead of coming up with all the reasons for why you don't, or that you don't have the money, because a lot of us did not have the money when we first started working with Mina. So first and foremost, own your desire. If you want to do crown to crown, if you want to go into Kainat, if you want to do crowns of manifestation, if you want to do any of those courses, own that desire first and foremost, and then allow the next step to reveal itself to you. So I've definitely, like, I've made tons of money. I've had the physical transformations, all of those things, but that was the main thing that I wanted to share, because sometimes I know that those are the pieces that can be triggering, is the person telling you all the stuff that they did while your mind is just sitting there telling you all the reasons why, like, that doesn't apply to you. So instead of talking about those things, that's what I felt like I wanted to share. So I don't even know if that's what I was supposed to do, Mina, but like I said, my mind was all over the place playing with a baby. But I just wanted to say, based on what I saw in the chat, like, own your desires, ladies. You deserve to be here. You did what it took to get here, whether that was something that was like a quick, like, it didn't trigger you to buy it. Like when Shazad was talking about, maybe it was just a horizontal move for you versus a vertical one. If that was you, then look for your vertical stuff. If this was the vertical for you, then soak in this energy and rewatch it as many times as you want, as many times as you can. Stay in all of the free content. It will continue to elevate you, even if it triggers you at first. So there you go.
Thank you so much. Kiki is a woman of few words. And this is why we want her to take space, because every word that comes out of her mouth is like gold. It's like diamond.
Hey everyone, my name is Arsh. I wanted to record a little something for everyone about Kainaat, my experience with Kainaat. I've been following Mina from her beginning days when she used to do the Glamorous Wife series. It blended in really well with the phase of life I was in at that time. I was just a new mom. I had my first child. Now I have a full range going on. I have 3 kids now, from all the way from 7 years to teen years. So I have seen a lot of life with Mina. I've seen her transform with me. When I reached out to Mina, I had a desire to work on my relationship with my husband. That has been transformed, and that has been the best investment that I have done on myself. And that's something that I'm taking on and passing on to as many women as possible, that I can. It's funny how I joined Mina's coaching to work on my feminine, but now I have come a full circle and now I'm working on my masculine more. So it's like more integrated now that I'm working on this part of myself. It's funny how when you work on one area of your life, you can get so embodied in that area of life that you forget that there was another part of you that used to exist. And that's exactly what has happened with me over the years. I have a very cultivated masculine that when I joined Mina, then I had to work on my feminine for a little while. Then I didn't even realize that I had transformed so much that I have to remind myself that how is it to create containers and actually work within those. Now that I am so embodied, I'm having to separate myself from what I have embodied, and so that I can now teach other women this part. So that has been an interesting journey. The way I joined Kainaat too, I wanted to work, like I only joined for the entrepreneurship semester, then I ended up staying for the rest of the Kainaat, and I'm going for second year. The tinnitus, I'm not able to attend many of the live classes, but I'm still here and there catching bits and information. And it's so funny that any live or any video that I catch of Mina, it has something that I would need later on when I'm teaching somebody something. Like it's in itty bitty pieces of that. A conversation would activate something in me, and exactly some kind of question would be asked in the container where I'm teaching this to other women, and then I would be able to answer with so much clarity and so much ease, right? So it's funny how things work out. But I really wanted to come on, take this opportunity, and tell everybody my experience. It's so important for me to share this because I want to pay it forward. The way my life has been transformed, I cannot thank this woman from the bottom of my heart. I really truly am happy that I found her, her work, and I just want to share this information with as many people as possible. So take from what you need from it, and I hope to see you in Kainaat. All the women, they have such diverse gifts, like Lisa, Sushma, Ashley, I don't want to miss anybody, Diana, we have 2 Dianas in the group. Liddy, I think, joined recently. Like, they bring so many different aspects to themselves. Teresa, she has written with Nelly. I don't want to forget anybody's name, but I just love this group of women. They just bring the best out of everybody. Like, each one of us feel like so alive and like special in each other's company. So I would love to welcome you, whoever feels pulled by my message, to come in and join Kainaat with us. We have the best time in there.